Hello, this is Professor Steve Weidenkopf from the Christendom College Graduate School of Theology. My good friend and former student, Simone Rizkala, asked me to record a brief video message for all of you women who are studying Lumen Gentium through an Endow group. I know that this month of the new year is focused on the universal call to holiness and on the study of this great document of the Second Vatican Council. So I want to thank Simone for asking me to provide a brief message of encouragement to you all. I've been a friend of Endow from the very beginning. It's from its creation and foundation in the Archdiocese of Denver many, many years ago. And actually, I was the original author of the first study on this document for Endow groups. Our late Holy Father, Pope John Paul II, indicated that the Second Vatican Council was a sure compass by which we could take our bearings in the century now beginning. He was writing that as the Church entered into the third millennium of the Christian faith back in the year 2001. And it's important that note of John Paul II, of seeing the Second Vatican Council as a sure compass. And really, if the council is a compass, then the most important point, if you will, on the compass of the Second Vatican Council is the dogmatic constitution on the Church, or the document Lumen Gentium. One could really say that the Second Vatican Council was a council about the Church. Of the 16 documents that were promulgated from the Council, 4 of them are major constitutions. They form the bedrock or the foundation of the conciliar teaching. And those 4 constitutions all really centrally deal with the Church. You have the document on divine revelation, Dei Verbum, which is the source of the Church's belief. You have the document on the nature and mission of the Church, which is Lumen Gentium, the document that you all are going to study. You have the document Sacrosanctum Concilium, or on the sacred liturgy, which is about the Church's worship, how she lives and worships what she believes. And then the last major constitution, Gaudium et Spes, is really the document on the mission of the Church in the modern world. So all of those 4 constitutions are extremely important for a study of the Second Vatican Council, and they all talk about the centrality of the Church. And really, we could say again that the Second Vatican Council was a council on the Church herself. And if you look at it, it's interesting. The Catechism of the Catholic Church, there are more quotations from Lumen Gentium, from the dogmatic constitution on the Church, than any other document outside of Scripture. So it shows you how important the Church has places on this particular document, because it really is a discussion of the Church herself, right? The Church is a communion, her nature, her mission, her salvific work in the world, continuing the mission of Jesus in the world. There's no more important mission, no more important work in all of human history, frankly. And the document on the Church, Lumen Gentium, has several different chapters that are very important and very germane to us living in the modern world, right? As Christians and as Catholics, there's a chapter on the people of God, who makes up the Church, the laity, the special role that lay people have within the Church, the religious life, obviously, the hierarchy, and the hierarchical constitution of the Church, how the Church is structured, organized, the service of authority in the Church and those who exercise that authority. There's a chapter on the universal call to holiness, which is one of the most important really focus of the council, really, and one of the most important tasks, if you will, of the Church in the modern world, that we all are called to live our baptismal vocation to holiness. Holiness is not something reserved just for the religious or for clergy. It's for all of us, right, to live out that call of holiness in the state of life in which God has called us to do. And actually, the last chapter is also very important, especially for women, because it's an important chapter on Mary and her vital role in the economy of salvation, people of God, and how Mary really is the protectress of the Church. She is the co-mediatrix. She is the one who works with Christ and the Church to continue his salvific mission. So this document is an incredibly important study in the modern world, and I encourage you to really delve into the study, read the document, follow the study guide, and not only just view this document and learn this document from a perspective of intellect, but rather to really try to incorporate many of the teachings of the church, or of this document rather, in your daily lives, right? There's something we can all learn from a reading of Lumen Gentium, and how we can apply that into being better Catholics, living out the vocation that we have been called to live from Christ authentically in this modern world. And that's an important and vital mission for all of us. We are all fulfill a very important role in the life of the church in the modern world. So enjoy this study. I hope your faith is deepened and emboldened as a result of it. God bless.